Hey everyone, Stuart here. How are you doing? Can you hear me? I am live here on YouTube, and I'm going to talk about a topic which is near and dear to international student hearts, and that is how to manage the EAD card process. And there have been a lot of delays in getting the EAD cards issued. I am not an attorney, and so I am not going to give you legal advice, but I'm going to give you some tactics and strategies which might help you, uplift you, get you excited, give you more options, okay? So let's talk about how this might work. So I have one client currently, and she has a job, but she doesn't have an EAD card. So that's one situation. And so we've been talking about how to navigate that situation. And then I have other clients and people that, of course, I don't work with, many thousands of people who are still waiting for the EAD card because there is a delay. And then there is a third category of individual, which is somebody who is applying for their OPT, applying to get the EAD card, and they're feeling nervous about it and not really sure about how that fits into their job search. So let's talk about kind of all three of these situations, okay? So the first is if you have a job and your EAD card is not forthcoming. I have a client who's already moved down to her city of her new residence, and she's wanting to work, and she's had to delay her start. So what to do in that situation? Well, in the first case, what I want to encourage you to do is a couple things. First, I want you to reach out to your hiring manager directly. So right now, we're during COVID, you might not be in physical contact with that person in the same proximity. What I want you to do is, rather than reach out to HR and ask them what their policy is, this is actually a fairly personal call, a personal communication. And it's on a professional level, but it's personal to you, right? You want this to work out. And it's a judgment call oftentimes on behalf of your employer. Now, I have a client who's now trying to extend her third time her start date. So what I recommend when you have a situation like this, your EAD card has not yet arrived, is that you make a phone call to that manager and you get on a phone call with them and explain your situation, explain your deep personal interest in having an extension. And if you don't get a hold of them on the phone right then, you just literally pick up the phone and call. You leave them a voice message. And the voice message may be something like, "Dear name, hope you are well. I wanted to reach out about my start date and see if we could have a short chat about that. If there's a time this week to speak, great. If not, we can look farther out. My phone number is," and then your phone number. And then you find a time and you speak and you have a heart-to-heart conversation. Human resources, great people, great teams, they're following a process. That process reflects the opinion of the hiring manager. So get personal, get professional, have a conversation with the hiring manager directly about your situation. The second thing that we're going to talk about now, okay, let's switch gears, is getting a job when you don't yet have an EAD card and how to manage that. So what I always recommend is you're always kind of pulling these two ropes together and hoping that they can match up, right? You're yanking this rope over, which is the EAD card and the OPT start date, and you're yanking over this rope, which is the job offer. Now, for my clients, what we do is we go get those job offers, okay? So we get multiple job offers, and it may be the case that you'll get a job offer, but they'll need you to start before your EAD card date or your EAD card arrives. So the way to solve this problem is not to try to do this in series. First get EAD card, then try to go get a job. It is go get those jobs. Go prove to yourself that you can go out and get interviews, get offers. Trust me, if you're doing that, you will find one that matches up with your EAD card start date, okay? And if you want more advice on that, hey, please, subscribe, like this video here, and feel free to reach out and we can have a chat. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is what to do about just applying for the EAD card to begin with. And there's a lot of worry and concern that it might not ever come or the OPT might not be approved. What I want you to do is think about the bigger picture. I want you to make some assumptions here and be optimistic. All right. And if you need any advice on optimism, again, like and share this, and I can, share more of that with you. But what we want to do in that situation, this third situation, is we want to go ahead and completely fill out the EAD card, the OPT start date application, and assume it's going to work. Ask questions. Make sure you understand you're in constant contact with your school to help make sure that application goes properly, but then don't think another thought about it. It's going to work out, okay? By and large, your case is going to be approved for your EAD card or your OPT start date. And so you're going to be able to be an effective employee in a firm at some point. So then get that done and then go out and start talking to people. Start going out and doing all these things about the job search that can help make you successful. And again, if you're not sure about that part, the career part, how to go out and get interviews as an international student, I can definitely give you some tips and pointers. Like, share, comment here below what your situation is, and then I will go in there and I will start typing out answers, and we can have a nice dialogue here. So again, EAD cards can present all kinds of situations. You have a job, but you don't have your EAD card. You don't have either one yet, and you're wondering what to do. Or you are in a situation where you're not sure if you're going to get the OPT approved at all. And so how do I approach my job search from that perspective? So I've covered those 3 topics. Like, subscribe. Hope to talk to you again. Hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video.